As the sign says, welcome to Moline, Kansas, home of the oldest swinging bridge in Kansas, which is right behind me. We're gonna come back here and check this out at the end of the video. So right now, let's see what's happening downtown. Moline is in Elk County, Kansas, and that is in the southeastern part of Kansas. The entire population of Elk County is only 2,483. There are 5 towns in the entire county. Now, I previously done a video about Howard, which is the largest town in the county, and Moline is the second largest town in the county. Moline is in the south central part of Elk County and is located on Wildcat Creek, and it was named that by local Native Americans who named it that because there were wildcats or bobcats that lived along the creek. Early in 1879, the Santa Fe Railroad extended over to this area from Independence, Kansas, and when that happened, the town company laid out the town of Moline and opened a post office. That was in 1879. The name Moline came from a suggestion from a local who lived in Moline, Illinois, and many of the farmers used Moline plows to work their fields. The population of Moline increased rapidly in the late 1800s and continued to increase until 1920, and then the population stayed pretty similar to that. The high was 950 there in 1920, and it kind of stayed there for a few decades and then started to decline and has really declined in the last few census surveys to the current total of 345 today. Besides the swinging bridge, there are several other things that go on in Moline. There is a museum in town. They have the annual Moline Crazy Days Festival, and the Elk County Rodeo is a popular event that happens here every summer. And we're back here at the oldest swinging bridge in Kansas. What that means, it's basically a suspension bridge, and this was built in 1904 to get across Wildcat Creek, which is right there, which we were talking about, how it got its name from the Native Americans. And so kind of interesting, a lot of these small towns have some, you could say it, quirky tourist attractions. Obviously this doesn't bring in a bunch of money, but it's a cool thing to see, some history. I'm from the Cincinnati area, which has the Roebling suspension bridge. That was the longest suspension bridge in the United States for a long time, and this is a much smaller version of that. But the fact that it's the oldest one in Kansas and it's still here, and as you can see, the Cherokee Trail crossed here as well, makes this a historical place. And so let's take a look at the bridge, and then we'll end the video by walking across it and see how sturdy it really is. let's take a walk across and see what it's like. A little bounce right there. Pretty sturdy. Definitely getting a little bit wobbly right here. Bouncing. And we're back to being a little bit sturdy now, so that's pretty cool.